what you can often do is come to conclusions without having all the information. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't sell my SafeMoon. Is because I had the intention that what I got in the SafeMoon for, I'm still looking for those things to come through. And so is the potential for those things to come through? Yes, it is. It's just because they filed bankruptcy in the U.S. Does that mean that the potential for SafeMoon to operate outside of the country still exists? And I still think it does up to this point, unless there's more information that comes out. But as of right now, you guys, hit it. The filing was for SafeMoon US. So that may mean that assets associated with SafeMoon US, uh, they may have to get rid of those. However you do that, I don't know the process on how do you get rid of certain assets, like your server, like your building, like IP, because I think somebody they put out the documentation and it showed on there. I think it was what was his name? Bradley. I think Bradley, he put out a post and it had on there, I guess, like the filing or whatever, the paperwork for the bankruptcy. And one of the things that was on there, it had to name the assets. One of the assets was IP. So that's your intellectual property. So I'm not sure how they actually liquidate that. Is that technology specific to, SafeMoon US LLC? Can that be transferred? Because I know sometimes when you file for your patents, they have like they call them treaties. So it's not like you file a patent just in the United States. You can file that patent or use that technology outside of the United States. You can use that technology in China or Europe, and there's a filing fee associated with those different countries that you want to sell that product in or service or whatever. So it's not just just in the case of the IP. Oh, okay, the IP is gone. I'm not sure how they would liquidate that in the United States, but I do know for a fact that you can file patents to be able to operate in different countries. But in that paperwork or that post that Bradley put in there was assets named, like the building. The building was named as an asset. The IP was named as an asset, and there was something else that was in there, that was named in there. So, um, again, you can jump to conclusions about a certain situation without having all of the information. And I think, that can be misconstrued, especially from people that are flooding, is that, we're crazy for staying in. No, you just don't have all the information, and how often do people, incorrectly make an assumption about something that they have no knowledge of. Really, hardly nobody has any information about what's going on with SafeMoon. Like you can look at you can look at that bankruptcy, and you can look at that in its ubiquitous meaning that it can be two different ways. And you may have some people who look at it on a smaller scale and say, well, no, you look at it one way, they're fouling, that means they're closing down. Yeah, of course. But when you look at it from a bigger picture, when you talk about just in the United States, what does that mean for in another country? What does that mean? Oh, I don't know exactly. So that means you're making a conclusion off of something that you don't have all the information. So why did you sell? Why did you sell? And that's your business. But why would you make a decision without having all the information? And people do that all the time. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't succeed in life, because one, they try to operate without having all the information. Things are misunderstood. That's why relationships don't last long, because things are misunderstood. And then when people come to their senses, after you kind of take a step back, you say, well, oh, I thought you meant this. No, I didn't mean this. I was just going through this. And this is, oh, okay. I wish you would have said that. Well, I couldn't because I was going through the stuff. That happens in like actual relationships with people, men and women, where people look at a situation incorrectly because one of people in the relationship is going through something and it's not communicated well from the other person's perspective, you didn't communicate that well. The other person may say again, I couldn't communicate because I was whatever. So I think that who was it, Shinsu? He's a philosopher or whatever. He would say if you know your enemy and not yourself, you'll win half the time. You have a chance of a 50% chance of winning and a 50% of losing. If you don't know yourself and you don't know the other side, you'll lose all the time. But if you know yourself and the other side, you'll win. So when you apply that philosophy to this situation, what do you know about the other side? Just in regards to the SEC case or anything like that. What do you know about the SEC? Well, we know that they filed charges. What do you know about John? Well, I don't know too much about John because he hasn't spoken his side yet. And so, okay, so I'm going to make a decision I'm going to make a decision off of I don't have all the information. So now because I'm scared about what the other side said, now I'm scared. So I don't like the scared business. I'm not in the scared business. I'm in the business of waiting and seeing what actually happens. I hold tight. I kind of lock myself into something, until there's like 100%, evidence. Yeah, this thing it's 100% is dead. There's no way that you can do it. Okay, well, yeah, you got it, but I'm in jujitsu too. So it's like, just because I'm in a bad situation, I'm not tapping. You're gonna have to really make me tap. You're gonna have to almost break my arm in order for me to tap. And that's a little extreme. But what I'm just saying is that life is just that way, that people getting put in a bad situation and they quit before the match is even over with. The match is not over with, until they got you. Now, when they got you, they got you. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm always a person where I'm going to always fight to the end. And a lot of people, what was it, like 80 something people when I first came in here? There was so many people in the SafeMoon army starting out, and you got all these big talkers. You got all these big talkers about what they're going to do and all this kind of stuff like that. It's just like, and now when you look at it, you only have a few, and regardless, in the beginning, a lot of people were saying that they weren't going to give up. But that's not my business, and I'm not that kind of person. That's why I'm a winner in life. I've always won in life, and I use the same type of strategy no matter what I've come up against. I use the same strategy in life as this. I just keep going until I can't go anymore. I'm going to see it all the way through. So I don't have any regrets about any wins or losses. I don't have any regrets about it. So, that's just me personally. I want to see, like, when you look has anybody looked up anybody's, even though it's just today, has anybody looked up any people's profiles on LinkedIn and seen, what the employees, other than Jake Hammett, which I think he was a CEO about 3 months back of this new company that I'm not saying new company, but he's CEO of this new company. Has anybody looked at any other people on there, on the SafeMoon, from the SafeMoon employees on LinkedIn, and seen anybody on there recently that today was their last day? They updated their resume. Even though I know it's just today, they could do that, tomorrow, whatever. But has anybody looked at that to see if it's like, yeah, the date of their employment ended today? When I looked, all of them still said present.
That's interesting.
So
Dude, you fire me up so much every single time, Xavier. Dude, I love it. It's been a while, man. Dude, that was such a hell of a rant. Love it. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. I just wanted to, for the hardcore people, life people, people hardcore, they stick down to something. They don't give up, and quit, start something, then I quit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start losing weight. Yeah, you do 2 sit-ups and you're done. You never do them again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to school. Yeah, and you never follow through. Oh, I'm gonna go back and get a certification, and you never go back and get a certification. you lose in life that way. Oh, I'm going to commit to doing this. And you know, so like it says in the Bible, the race is not to the, what it say, it's not to the swift, but those that endure to the end. So you got a lot of people that, there are a lot of talkers. They get into stuff really quick. First thing goes wrong, they're out. Those, I don't want people. I have very few friends for that reason. For that reason, is because people will turn on you quickly, and then people aren't as loyal as you think, they should be. And it's kind of sad, so, you really have to kind of, stick to your own guns. Don't allow other people to be able to influence you if you feel like, this is something that you don't want to get out. If you don't want to get out, don't get out. But if you actually need the money, you just need the money. If you don't want to, if you say, hey man, I'm done, I'm at the end of the road, I don't even want to deal with crypto any longer. Hey, that's you. But if I fall off, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to ride another bike. So this is the game of life. So I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep kicking because we're here for financial freedom. And taking a shot at financial freedom is what this is all about. Even after, say, if SafeMoon blows up, and I hope it does, that's my thought process. And you're wealthy or whatever you're going to move on to something else in life. And you're going to start that project. Hopefully you move on and do something else different. You scratching off bucket lists or whatever you're doing, getting your education or whatever. I would think that SafeMoon is in the end for you, regardless if you win or lose. So this is just another fork in the road, where you have to be able to make tough decisions in life. And I don't think successful people get through life without making tough decisions. That's why some people can't be in certain situations because they just can't make the tough decision. Oh, you make the decision. Okay, I'll make it and I'll live with the consequences behind it as well. So, but that's just some encouragement for some of you guys, and ladies, out here, I'm still in it. I see that you guys are in this, Tony, of course, because you got the space going and people are in it. So I'm in it to the end. I don't really care about what the fudders say or anything like that. I don't even really count them in to when I even make decisions. I just feel like this is just a part of the process to have that financial freedom because not many people do it. So this is the road, was it less traveled? So why would I be a follower? Who am I following? How successful is that type of mentality of giving up and quitting when something is tough? Look at the successful people in life. Hear some of their stories that they've made. Their success stories are closely tied to like something like this happening. Like when you talk to people, it's like, yeah, I almost didn't make it. Yeah, the doors were almost closed down. Listen to those stories. It's not just me saying this just because I'm saying it, but this is a fact that a lot of people, when you look at, certain actors or musicians and stuff like that, their success was tied to almost their downfall. It was almost, and something changed. So if it happens with SafeMoon, I mean, I'm super happy. So this is just words of encouragement for everybody. I want the next person, Beard or whoever else, to be able to speak. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents. For the people that are staying, I hope you guys stay encouraged. And I wish you guys good luck on this road. So thank you, Tony.